The state land director sends a message about illegal vending activity on the Big Island. Stop or risk losing your kayaks and more. An undercover sting at Kealakekua Bay last week netted a dozen kayaks and a truck. The state's land director hopes the crackdown sends a message that the days of illegal vending are over. KITV4's Catherine Cruz investigates and joins us now with more on the crackdown. Catherine?
Well, you know, Gary, Kealakekua Bay, her beauty is a magnet for tourists, and it's also for locals trying to cash in on a situation where there's been little oversight. As a result, the commercial activity has run amok.
The situation at Kealakekua has been described as a cat-and-mouse game. It's between law enforcement officers and those who rent kayaks to tourists for cash on the spot. The state cited 2 people for unauthorized vending last week in a joint sting operation with the county.
And we understand that the Hawaii County Police Department issued a citation to a 3rd person for unauthorized vending on the county. And that's what's made enforcement in this area difficult, because we have state lands right next to county lands.
One Big Island resident says he got 9 kayaks and a truck seized after his nephew rented a kayak to an undercover officer.
My truck got taken away because one of the guys said that they work for me. He's my nephew. He had his kayak on top of my truck. I want my kayak back. I want justice.
The petty misdemeanor citations carry a fine of up to $1,000 per violation. The state and county are moving to clamp down on what goes on at the bay after a string of complaints. Eva Kalua of Aloha Kayaks, a storefront up on the hill, recalled when one of his customers balked at paying $5 for helping launch the kayak at the pier. Someone retaliated by vandalizing his rent-a-car.
So when he stuck his hand into his door handle to open his car, he got dog crap on his hand.
He came up.
And he came up and he told me about the situation.
This video, taken at the Captain Cook Monument by Aloha Kayak, shows what the state says it has to get a handle on. Too many boats and people on a protected resource and not enough education.
They drag up on the rocks, and then they'll walk into the water and damage the coral there, but also we'll go walking along the park site. A lot of people walking on historic sites, using the bathrooms there, and so that's why we wanted only the landing with the permit now.
So expect to see more scrutiny on the launching, landing, and parking at Kealakekua Bay.
The next step we want to take is to bring in a concession to help manage the area, because it requires really a more steady presence.
Now, for years, the state has been trying to implement a master plan of the area without very much success. The recent crackdown is a renewed effort to keep the activity at the bay in check. Catherine Cruz, KITV4 Island Television News.